What's up, everybody? Hey, I just wanted to take you through something that I found. This really only applies to you if you're using GSA search engine ranker, but one of the guys on the forum, on the GSA forum, just developed some new engines. So now GSA search engine ranker is able to post to Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. The guy said he's going to develop some more scripts or some more custom engines, but right now it's got Facebook, Twitter, and G+. And it's pretty cool. It's called SocialSER, and this is the landing page, and you can see it, it's basically just a sales page. It's $30 a month, or you can get quarterly or, semi-annual or annual. But the way it works is it plugs into SER, and the first thing you want to do is come over to the account store. And this is by far the best account store in my opinion, because they've got everything, and they warranty their accounts for 48 hours. Pretty much any account you need you can buy from here, and they're pretty cheap too. So far with SocialSER, I'm only using Twitter just because I haven't found which Facebook accounts are going to be good. I put a couple in. I bought, I think, 10 of the cheap Facebook accounts, and they didn't really work. So I don't know if it's my proxies, because I know with Facebook, you have to use really good proxies. Twitter, not so much. Twitter is a lot more lenient, but anyhow, I wasn't able to really get Facebook working yet. But for Twitter, I get where are they at? I have to find the Twitter accounts because they have so many different types. Here, maybe this is it. Well, you can see these are all the types of Twitters they have, right? So they've got basic Twitter PVAs, 50 cents each. Twitter PVA Plus, 60 cents. They've got the profiled ones. I've purchased the profiled ones for something else before because I was going to run a Twitter bot, and it didn't really work out. But I had some of these profiled ones, and they do work, but they're 60 cents each. And they have some that are indexed in Google already, but they're $2. So instead of buying a Twitter account that's already indexed and paying $2 for it, you should just buy the cheap ones, which I'm going to show you some cheaper ones in a minute, but just buy the cheap ones, run them through a software like Index Inject or Lightspeed Indexer, and just get it indexed for the cost of the CAPTCHA, rather than pay $2. So anyhow, they've got them for $2. And then of course you can get ones with followers. I don't know if these are real followers or not, but they're available. And you can get extra old ones. Now, as far as the Google accounts, I did speak to the developer of SocialSER. He said that if you buy any Google account, like any Gmail PVA, for example, this one, they're $1. These ones are $1.70 each, but I'm sure any of these would work. But if you buy them, SocialSER will activate G+ for you, and it'll do all the legwork. So even if Google Plus isn't active, SocialSER will activate it. But the Twitter accounts, I know they're here. I literally just bought them. I just bought some cheap, oh, here they are. This is right here, what I'm talking about. Twitter EN PVA. You definitely want to get the PVAs because SocialSER, if SocialSER has to validate the account, it uses the phone number, not the email. So I was tempted to get this because these come with an avatar and they're cheaper, but they're not PVA accounts. So you definitely want to get these. It's like, I want to say 200 of them is like $13. I can't remember the exact price, but it's super cheap. You can load up, if you grab like 400 or 500 of them, you'll be good for a while. And so what we'll do now is I'm going to show you the software. So come over here to my search engine ranker. You can see I've got tweets over here. So I've got one running right now, and it's made 192 tweets. And this is kind of like what it looks like. So here I'm building this to, I'm building these tweets to some Web 2.0 links that were already built. So yeah, so you just click on that, it takes you to the link. Now you could use this for a lot of different stuff, right? So you can use it directly on your money site. I don't see why not. You can see here I'm pointing it to a PBN, and all sorts of other stuff, right? So it's got a lot of different uses. Now, one thing I was talking to the developer about was getting the tweets indexed, because you can make them, but if they don't get indexed, then it's really, or if Google doesn't see them, it's not going to really do you any good. So I was thinking that I could use Index Inject or Lightspeed Indexer, but the CAPTCHA costs are through the roof. I mean, right now, for the method that Index Inject and Lightspeed Indexer are using, they're making you solve a CAPTCHA twice. So, and both of them are reCAPTCHA. They're the new ones. So they're more expensive than just a traditional CAPTCHA. And they're making you solve them twice, and they're really hard to solve. So sometimes it might even take 3 or 4 tries. So you're going to be paying for 3 to 4 captures potentially to get something indexed. Now those tools do work, and you will get, whatever it is, you'll get it indexed right away. But what the developer said was to do a second tier. So, and I've done this before on other projects. It doesn't really work that well, at least with, because you could build a tier of contextual links and then build a tier, what we call an indexing tier, which consists of blog comments, image comments, forum profiles, and just basic, just a bunch of spam basically to try to get it crawled and get it indexed. So this is kind of what we're trying to do here with this second tier pointing to the tweets. You can see I've got this one I did article, but the other ones, my other second tiers, I'm just doing non-contextual. But you can see you've got blog comment, forum, guest book, trackback, and URL shortener. So I'm just playing around with this. Oh, and I did wiki on this one too. But while I've got this project open, these are the things that SocialSER can do. Okay, so it can do Facebook post comment, Facebook post like, Facebook share, Facebook website like. Basically the same things it can do for Twitter. It can do like, reply, retweet, and tweet. And then one thing you need to remember. So when you're doing your tweets, you definitely want to get a bunch of them, right? So this is kind of, this is probably not the right way to do it. I think this was my first project. But you want to go try to scrape a bunch of comments, or you want to try to scrape a bunch of stuff, right? And then turn it into spin tags and then paste it into here. Because what will happen if you try to tweet the same thing, eventually Twitter will just shut you down and they won't let you tweet it anymore. And then also in the settings, I've got this set to 3 tweets per URL per day. But one thing you have to do is make sure that no engines are checked, no search engines. Make sure you're not trying to pull URLs from site lists, so leave this unchecked. And then come down here and just copy my settings. So you can see allow posting to the same site again per URL, and then just change this to 4 nines. And then of course you can tell it here, maximum posts per account, 5. So it treats your Twitter account as if it were just any other type of account that it created. So this is where you kind of control your tweeting or your posting or whatever. And I just put that 0 to 1 minutes, and then 0 to 5 minutes, and then 10 to 65 minutes between 2 posts. So it should wait at least 10 minutes before using the same account to make another tweet. So when you hit OK, because you haven't selected any engines, you just hit yes. And yeah, so it's jamming out, and this is the interface. So you can see I've got some Twitter accounts loaded, and yeah, this is it. You just load up your Twitter accounts and all your other accounts, and then they give you a zip file that has the engines in it. So they give you a file, and you have to just copy and paste these files into the search engine ranker file folder on your computer or your VPS, and then boom, you're all set. You can start posting. It's real simple. It's awesome. I think, I really think this is a game changer for search engine ranker users, because it's just a whole new thing. And I know there's also, and I don't use this tool myself, but there's also a tool called SER Engines. And it's over here on the GSA forum if you want to learn about it. It's basically a Web 2.0 tool for search engine ranker. And it's the same thing as SER or SocialSER. Gosh, this thread is long. Goodness gracious, I shouldn't have clicked on this. Here, show you the website. So basically lets you post to Web 2.0 blogs, similar to RankerX. I don't think it's nearly as advanced or nearly as effective as RankerX. It's only $14.95 per month. And you don't get very many platforms to post to. I think, here, it'll tell you the site list. So it claims it can do 34 Web 2.0 sites and 3 social bookmarks and 3 email providers. So I'm not sure what it means by email providers, but that's pretty interesting if it can create email accounts. 34 Web 2.0 blogs is actually pretty solid, but I heard that it's not, I heard it's really not there yet. I heard it's there. It's still in development. It's kind of in beta. It's very cheap. So if you want to pick it up, it's only $14.95 a month. I personally have not purchased it yet. But this is pretty cool. I mean, SocialSER is like, basically you can make unlimited social signals. It's just important that you definitely want to try to get them indexed, or at least get Google to pick up on them. But yeah, I mean, this is super easy. I think it's pretty inexpensive for what it is. I mean, it's brand new, so there are some bugs. Nothing major. I had an issue earlier today where it didn't pick up my license key, so I was trying to use the software, and it basically told me that I didn't have an active account. So I just emailed the developer, and he hooked it up in like 5 minutes. So really simple. And yeah, and that's pretty much the video. I just wanted to show you guys this software and show you a little bit, about what it can do and how to use it. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below.